In Path of Exile 1, during the trial of the Ancestors League, we met Hinekora, the mother of the dead. Though very cryptic at the time, she prophesied many a thing that would become reality. Taking a page from the Hatungo's book, I decided to peer into the past as a mean to learn about her future. Revisiting those prophecies with hindsight, I believe we can now predict Act 5 and 6 of Path of Exile 2. Though I can't know for sure whether I'm right, I must still warn you that there may be spoilers ahead for the upcoming acts.
A liar convinces a good man to flee. A lord ravages his own land in a desperate search for legitimacy. A noble woman from a distant land is not who she claims to be.
Though I'm not quite sure what the first line refers to, the lord in search of legitimacy is an allusion to Count Gionor ravaging his land out of insecurity about his bloodline. As for the foreign noble woman, it refers to Oriana, a woman I believe might be the Path of Exile 1 scion of Theopolis, a woman who wore many faces in order to achieve her goals.
A warrior seeks to become a goddess. The rivers flow only with sand. The sins of the parents return in search of blood.
Asala, the great warrior Sechema of the Ardura, specifically told us that she does not seek to become a goddess, which is exactly why I believe she wants to become one. For the Maraketh have a tendency to lie to themselves and warp history. Not long after joining the Ardura caravan, we encounter Halani, the water goddess of Keth, who resides at the meeting point of 7 waters. Her veins dry as sand, presumably due to the lack of devotees, as the Tell woman seemingly erased her from history. Act 2 comes to a climax when we defeat Jamanra, figurehead of the Maraketh's sins, for he represents the Faradin and all the children that were abandoned over millennia of oppressive traditions based on principles of absolute order and perfection.
A bright future lies in a dark past. The erudite thaumaturge is missing. A grand palace begins to collapse for want of a single brick.
Near the end of Act 3, we find ourselves in the past and search for a method to defeat the beast. It is there we encounter Doriani, the erudite thaumaturge, and bring him back to the future in order to save what may still be saved. Though I am not sure what the Grand Palace and the missing brick refers to, it is possible the brick represents either Atziri or Doriani, and the collapsing palace, the Vol Empire.
A childless mother sits beneath the sea in a palace filled with the dead. She gives endlessly of herself so that others may live, for she never truly does.
In this prophecy, Hinekora refers to herself. She is the mother of the dead, but she is no mother, for she can't harbor children of her own. She gives endlessly of herself to ensure the future of Rayclast, and in the process, neglects her own happiness. Only in dreams may she enjoy having a family, but that is taken from her the moment the beast is slain and she wakes from its domain.
Warriors of many different tribes gather to save the world. Warriors of many different tribes gather to doom it. Each thinks the other is the true threat.
After Act 4, throughout the interludes, we get to further see the impact we've had on the Ezamites of Pharaoh, the Maraketh of the Vastiri Plains, the descendants of the Vol from the Quachik Vault, and last but not least, the proud warriors of the Karui archipelagos. In a parallel to the Purity Rebellion, where almost all the same tribes allied to fight the Eternals, we will reach Oriath in order to stop the Twilight Order from further wreaking havoc with the Beast and potentially causing a new cataclysm. The Order, also having gathered warriors from around the world, believes their cause to be righteous, as we do. Now that we've brushed up on what is known, here are my predictions for Act 5. From the art book, we learn that the Twilight Order have been working on creating the perfect being. My belief is that their goal is for Lumerius to commune with the Beast, for only a perfect being can successfully commune with one of pure corruption. This is not only hinted at in the appearance of Lumerius' shadow in the trailer of Path of Exile 2. It has also been hinted at for years through the game's logo. It is a known fact that the Val Cataclysm happened during a harvest moon. I believe this to be a double entendre for the yearly harvest moon, which is the first full moon after the fall equinox, but also a visual depiction of a total lunar eclipse. In other words, a blood moon. If you've watched my previous videos, you might know that I believe the Mirror of Kalandra to be the moon itself. I also theorized that the logo for Path of Exile 2 represents a total lunar eclipse. In many different myths around the world, celestial alignments are extremely important events that open gateways to different realms. The recent Fate of the Val teaser, as short as it is, further backed this theory, for Adziri's mirror is exactly the same as the PoE2 logo, a portal through which the beast travels in order to commune with Adziri, or this time around, Lumerius. Lastly, I believe we will slay Lumerius and in the process, purge the beast. Which begs the question, what is left for us to do in Act 6 if we've reached our goal by the end of Act 5? This is where the Act 6's plot twist GGG hinted at comes into play.
Great leaders sink into quicksand of the mind. Only a shadow can save the blind.
Reliving history, after defeating the beast, we will have to defeat the gods. But not any gods. We will be forced to go against the very same leaders we've helped throughout our journey. Kalandra taught us that the gods are thieves of virtue, and these new gods are no exception. We've acted as a mercenary, a shadow behind the curtains. Our achievements attributed to others. Finn, the legendary hero of Ohm. Asala, the Sechema of Sechemas, the same title given to Orbala, where she became Garuhan, the Queen of the Winds. And Tavakai, a proud Nakura Makoi who aspires to return the Karui to his vision of the Karui way. They will all grow a divine spark, in which not only their bodies, but their minds will be shaped by divinity, entangling their true self with the madness that comes with devotion. Where chaos ends and order begins, so does tyranny. But can we break the cycle this time around? Or are we doomed to repeat the same mistakes in an eternal and hopeless struggle for survival?